Okay. Dasa Vrindavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Bhrum Tata Chanavatara Chaitanya Lila Vistar Karino Do Nityananda Parabja Karunarena Bhushito Vyaktachano Burachancho Vavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindas Cha Ganaisaha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch. Sarvesham Karanartina. So we are continuing our hearing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Mahaprabhu is dancing at the Ratha Yatra festival, and the focal point here of his mood is the meeting between Radharani, the Braja Gopis, and Krishna at Kurukshetra after something like 100 years of separation. And, rather than getting some relief from their separation, this meeting is like an anticlimax. It actually intensifies their separation, because they are meeting as the same persons, but the environment is different, the atmosphere is different. And so rather than giving relief, it is actually heightening their mood of separation. For that reason, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he made that radical statement. Well, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he expressed that he wanted to serve at Kurukshetra because there the service necessity is at the highest. And Srila Saraswati Thakur, he made that radical statement that Vrindavan is for the hollow persons, for the shallow thinkers, but Kurukshetra is the real place of bhajam. And so, in these verses, we're hearing that mood of separation, through the heart of Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Sarup sange jarata kore aswadan Nityamaja se shlo koden batan. While dancing, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to recite the following verse, which he tasted in the association of Srup Damodar Goswami. Ohishcha tena lina nabha padara vindam yogeshware hridi vichincha magada bodhai samsara kupa patito taranava geham jusham apibanasudiyat sadana. The gopis spoke thus: Dear Lord, whose navel is just like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by great mystic yogis and highly learned philosophers. We wish that these lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. So this is a famous verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is the verse which they spoke to Krishna, as I recall, at Kurukshetra. And this verse, there's two layers to it. There's one layer which is the direct reading of it, where it's a humble expression, saying that there are so many exalted persons, great yogis, mystics who are worshipping you, and who are we? We are just these very, we are milkmaids. We are milkmaids of we living a simple forest life, churning butter for a living. And we are householders, we are wives and mothers. So although we are very insignificant, humble persons, we are praying that you may give some attention to us. There is this element, this mood of humility. But on the other hand, there's also a hidden cryptic meaning here, where they're actually chastising Krishna, and that is being revealed here by Kaviraj Goswami. This is something Gurudev really appreciated, that Kaviraj Goswami is bringing that deeper layer of meaning out. Here, they're actually like chiding Krishna. Srila Sridhar Maharaj also discusses this in maybe Golden Volcano, one of those principal books. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it's there. And Gurudev relished these verses. They were very beautiful, very beautiful. He could chant all of these by heart. So, okay. And let's we'll just hear it. Don't need to analyze it too much right now. Jai Shri Gurudev. And this verse Srila Sridhar Maharaj has included in Prapana Jivanamrita also. I believe in the section on humility. Aner Hidoyman Morman Vrindavan Manevoneka Kodi Jani Tahatomar Padadvai Kadoho Jadi Udoi Tobe Tomar Purna Kripamani. Speaking in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "For most people, the mind and heart are one. But because my mind is never separated from Vrindavan, I consider my mind and Vrindavan to be one. My mind is already Vrindavan, and since you like Vrindavan, will you please place your lotus feet there? I would deem that your full mercy." Prananat chunamor satya nivedan Rajamar sadan tahatomar sangam Napaile nahode nadohe jivan. My dear Lord, kindly hear my true submission. My home is Vrindavan, and I wish your association there. But if I do not get it, then it will be very difficult for me to keep my life. Purve udava dvade be saksharamade yoga gyane kohila upai tumi vidagda kripa moe janaho amar hridoy more aiche kohite na yujai. My dear Krishna, formerly when you were staying in Mathura, you sent Uddhava to teach me speculative knowledge and mystic yoga. Now you yourself are speaking the same thing, but my mind does not accept it. There is no place in my mind for Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga. Although you know me very well, you are still instructing me in Jnana Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. It is not right for you to do so. So, previously, Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan to give some relief to the Braja Gopis. Previously, Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan to give some relief to the Braja Gopis, and he gave them some, what can be taken as a kind of impersonal advice, just meditate on Krishna, you'll come to Krishna. And I'm so sorry, but it's really hard to concentrate. Sachi Didiya, it's just sorry, it's just a little too, I just can't concentrate, I'm so sorry. Okay. And try to see Krishna is in everything, and it was like along these lines, and so in this verse there's some yeah there. Ramananda Prabhu. Yeah. It's sorry. It's just very difficult to concentrate with if I don't know if Sachididi can hear me, but yeah, sorry if yeah. I mean, I'm happy to do the class at another time, but we're already.
Sachididi. Yeah. Can you please be a bit quieter because Vishakha Didi gets distracted. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. So in this verse here, there on one level, in this first verse we started with, on one level, there's this humble submission. We are ordinary, simple ladies, we're householders. But on the other hand, there's this chastisement. They're saying, we're not interested in some abstract, impersonal, distant relationship with you, like these yogis and jnanis. They're meditating upon you, or they're philosophizing about you, and so on and so forth. We want to have like just a family relationship with you. We want to have like a heart loving connection with you, so why are you giving us this impersonal advice? So Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan, and he gave some advice along these lines, and now this is sometime later, they're meeting Krishna in person in Kurukshetra, and Krishna is giving more or less the same advice, and so for them this is like an insult, And another point is that that their problem is not that they can't think of Krishna or remember Krishna. Their problem is they can't stop thinking about him. Their mood is like, we wish we could stop thinking about you. Our lives would be so much better as a result. We would have peace in our lives if we weren't, if we didn't have to think about you all the time and feel that pain of being separated. Okay. I'll read this purport. I think I'll read the verse again. My dear Krishna, formerly when you were staying in Mathura, you sent Uddhava to teach me speculative knowledge and mystic yoga. Now you yourself are speaking the same thing, but my mind doesn't accept it. There is no place in my mind for jnana yoga or dhyana yoga. Although you know me very well, you are still instructing me in jnana yoga and dhyana yoga. It is not right for you to do so. Purport: the process of mystic yoga, the speculative method for searching out the supreme absolute truth, does not appeal to one who is always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. A devotee is not at all interested in speculative activities. Instead of cultivating speculative knowledge or practicing mystic yoga, a devotee should worship the deity in the temple and continuously engage in the Lord's service. Temple deity service is realized by the devotees to be the same as direct service to Krishna. The deity is known as the Archa Vigraha or Archa Avatar, an incarnation of the Supreme Lord in the form of a material manifestation, brass, stone, or wood. Ultimately, there is no difference between Krishna manifest in matter or Krishna manifest in spirit, because both are his energies. For Krishna, there is no distinction between matter and spirit. His manifestation in material form, therefore, is as good as his original form, Sat Chidananda Vigraha. A devotee constantly engaged in deity worship according to the rules and regulations laid down in the Shastras and given by the spiritual master, realizes gradually that he is in direct contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus he loses all interest in so-called meditation, yoga practice, and mental speculation. Chitta kadi toma hoite vishoye chahila gaite jadna kodi nadi kadi bade tare jan shiksha kuraho loka hasayamar stana stana no koro vichade. Mahaprabhu continued, I would like to withdraw my consciousness from you and engage in material activities, but even though I try, I cannot do so. So, this is an insult that you're telling me to try to meditate on you. I don't have any option. I wish I could do that. I am naturally inclined to you only. Your instructions for me to meditate on you are therefore simply ludicrous. In this way, you are killing me. It is not very good for you to think of me as a candidate for your instructions. Nahe gopi yogeshwar pada kamal tomar jnana kori paibe santosh tomar vakya paripati tarmaje kuti nati shuni gopi adobaderosh. The gopis are not like the mystic yogis. They will never be satisfied simply by meditating on your lotus feet and imitating the so-called yogis. Teaching the gopis about meditation is another kind of duplicity. When they are instructed to undergo mystic yoga practice, they are not at all satisfied. On the contrary, they become more and more angry with you. Deho smriti nahi jar samsar kupa kahatar taha hoite na chahe hudar viraha samudra jale kama timingile gile gopi gane ne hotar par. The gopis have fallen into the great ocean of separation and are being devoured by the timingala fish of their ambition to serve you. The gopis are to be delivered from the mouths of these timingala fish, for they are pure devotees. Since they have no material conception of life, why should they aspire for liberation? The gopis do not want that liberation desired by yogis and jnanis, for they are already liberated from the ocean of material existence. Because in this verse, this original verse, this expression, samsara kupa, means the well of material. Sometimes material existence is compared to a dark well that you've fallen down, like a blind well. You've fallen down and you're just like stuck in this dark void. So this verse, Deho smriti nahi jar, samsar kupa kahatar, is very, very beautiful, very succinct expression. Deho smriti is the opposite of Krishna smriti. Krishna smriti is another way of saying Krishna consciousness, remembrance of Krishna. Deho smriti means body consciousness. This is our disease, Deho smriti. We're always thinking about our own, bodies and minds and everything pertaining to our tiny little finite existence. Krishna is advising them, you meditate on me, you will become liberated. So here it's being pointed out, the gopis, they don't have consciousness of their own bodies. Where is the question of samsara kupa? Where is that samsara kupa? Where is that well of material? They're not in that well. They don't even have consciousness of their bodies. How can you give them this kind of advice? What is this? So this is what we want. We want to go from Deho Smriti to Krishna Smriti. This is Very, very nice verse. Vrindavan Govardhan Jamuna Pulinavan Se Kunje Rasadi Kalila Se Brajer Brajajan Mata Pita Bandhugan Bodo Ch.Ch Kemone Pasarila. Vrindavan Govardhan Jamuna Pulinavan Se Kunje Rasadi Kalila Se Brajer Brajajam Mata Pita Bandhugan Bodo Ch.Ch Kemone Pasarila. Just from a poetic point of view, it's very powerful, extremely poignant, and heart-touching. They're chiding Krishna, the Braja Gopis. They're listing all these things which previously were so central to their relationship and their life, their previous life together. They're listing all of and you can just they're all these are all arrows. This is such a powerful expression. Vrindavan, Govardhan, Jamuna, the forest, the place of the Rasa Leela, the residence of Vrindavan, your mother, your father, your friends, and then Bodo Ch.Ch Kemone Pasarila. It is very surprising that you have forgotten all of these things. You've forgotten all these things. It is a very sharp, accusation, that they are making to Krishna. Because of course he has not forgotten all these things. So the fact that they're saying that he has, this is very, it is cruel, actually. It is a cruel, it is a cruel accusation that they are making, in the pain of their separation. It is amazing that you have forgotten the land of Vrindavan. And how is it that you have forgotten your father, your mother, and friends? How have you forgotten Govardhan Hill, the bank of the Jamuna, and the forest where you enjoyed the Rasa Leela dance? Idagda mridyu sadgun sushil snigda kadun tumi tomar nahi doshabas tobe je tomar man nahi smade brajajan e amar dodaiva vilas. Krishna, and we can also mention here, Kaviraj Goswami, he's shifted into when he's trying to make more emphasis on a particular presentation or particular mood, then he'll shift into a different meter, or he might express it in Sanskrit, so he'll make some shift in his style of presentation to put more emphasis. And so here in these verses, which are paraphrasing the mood of the Braja Gopis in their meeting with Krishna, Kurukshetra, he shifted into this. I mean, I'm not a poetic expert, but to me it appears to be a more beautiful meter, a little more of an elaborate meter, more charming and it is more striking than the normal meter that is used here. These are 4-line stanzas, whereas normally it's 2-line verses.
So who wrote that one?
This is Kaviraj Goswami. This is he's expressing, he's describing Mahaprabhu's mood. Mahaprabhu's in the mood. This is during the Ratha Yatra, and Mahaprabhu's dancing in front of Jagannath, and he's in the mood because there's this parallel between Puri and Kurukshetra, when Krishna meets with the Braja Gopis after 100 years of separation. They're meeting after this long time, but instead of getting some relief, the Braja Gopis are feeling more pain because it is a different environment, right? You've heard that explanation. The environment of Kurukshetra is very different from Vrindavan, and they also feel that Krishna is not being especially sensitive to their mood. Krishna is advising them, oh, just meditate on me, think about me, and you will come to me, you'll become liberated. And for them, this is an insult. They're not interested in an abstract relationship with Krishna. They want an intimate family relationship like they previously had in Vrindavan. So here Mahaprabhu is like venting this mood of Radharani and the gopis in front of Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath is Krishna, and Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani. And so it's like kind of like an accusation, this, like in the pain of heartbreak, there's this, he's making these accusations. You've forgotten us, how can you give us this impersonal advice? And Kaviraj Goswami, he's describing this here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is an unprecedented, gift upon the world, that we're able to hear such ecstatic expressions. Do you want to say something? Okay.
About the Rath Yatra itself, that they take the deities to Kundishan, is that right?
Yeah, they're on the way. Yeah, this is on the road, on the way to Gundicha. Yeah, so Mahaprabhu is in front.
There is a particular significance, no? From the temple, they take them there and then they stay somewhere.
Well, the idea is that they're bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan. So Puri, or the Jagannath temple, has a parallel with Dwarka, and then also Kurukshetra. So the idea is that they're in this mood of bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan. So Gundicha represents Vrindavan. And generally we'll say the Jagannath temple represents Dwarka. So here they're in that mood of feeling this pain. This is Dwarka Krishna. And we don't like Dwarka Krishna. We want to bring him back to Vrindavan. So, yes, that is the mood and the significance behind that. Okay. Vidagda mridyu sadgun sushil snigda kadun tumi tomar nahi doshabas tobe je tomar man nahi smade braja jan se amador daiva vilas. Krishna, you are certainly a refined gentleman with all good qualities. You are well behaved, soft-hearted, and merciful. I know that there is not even a tinge of fault to be found in you. Yet your mind does not even remember the inhabitants of Vrindavan. This is only my misfortune and nothing else. So this is in the madness of divine love. Their moods are shifting, sometimes expressing anger and accusing, and other times feeling, this mood of humility and blaming oneself. So Mahaprabhu, he's, moving between these moods of Srimati Radharani in the pain of love. Nagani apanaduk. This verse Gurudev liked so much. Nagani apanaduk deki Rajeshwari muk Braja jane hridoya vidade Kibamar brajabasi kibajiao brajehasi Keno jiao duka sahai bade. I do not care for my personal, so this is like kind of like twisting in like more and more and more. I do not care for my personal unhappiness, but when I see the face of Mother Jashoda, but when I see the morose face of Mother Jashoda and the hearts of all the inhabitants of Vrindavan breaking because of you, I wonder whether you want to kill them all. Or do you want to enliven them by coming there? Why are you simply keeping them alive in a state of suffering? So don't think about me. It's not about me. I don't care about my own suffering. I can just suffer and die. It's okay. But what about Mother Jashoda? What about your mother? When I see her face, and I can't tolerate that. So poignant. Tomar je anya vish, anya sangha, anya desh, braja jane kabunahi bai. Braja bhumi charite nade, tomanade kile made, braja jane ki hobe hupai. The inhabitants of Vrindavan do not want you dressed like a prince, nor do they want you to associate with great warriors in a different country. They cannot leave the land of Vrindavan, and without your presence they are all dying. What is their condition to be? And again, we're kind of losing in the translation this poetic, rendering here. This word anya means another or something different. So there's this very poetic expression. Anya vesh means like another dress. Anya sangha, different association. You have different associates and companions. Anya desh, you have a different country now. Who are you? You're dressed differently. You're talking differently. You have different friends. Like, this is not the Krishna that we know. We don't know what to do with this. This is very unattractive for us. Tumi brajer jivan, braja rajer pranadan, tumi brajer sakal sampad, ripardra tomar man, asi jiao braja jan, brajer udoy korao nijapada. My dear Krishna, you are the life and soul of Vrindavan. You are especially the life of Nanda Maharaj. You are the only opulence in the land of Vrindavan, and you are very merciful. Please come and let all the residents of Vrindavan live. Kindly keep your lotus feet again in Vrindavan. Shunyadadi kavani braja premane hani bhave vyakulita dehoman braja loke prema shuni apanake rini mani kode Krishna tade ashvasan. After hearing Radharani's statements, Lord Krishna's love for the inhabitants of Vrindavan was evoked, and his body and mind became very much perturbed. After hearing of their love for him, he immediately thought himself to be always indebted to the residents of Vrindavan. Then Krishna began to pacify Radharani as follows. Pranapriye shunamor he satya vachan, tomasabar smadane juda munirachi dine, mor dukha na jane konjan. My dearest Radharani, please hear me. I am speaking the truth. I cry day and night, simply upon remembering all you inhabitants of Vrindavan. No one knows how unhappy this makes me. Brajabasi jatajan matapita sakagan sobe hoy mor pranasam. Tarmaje gopigan sakshad mor jivan tumi mor jivaner jivan. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan, my father, my mother, father, cowherd boyfriend, and everything else, are like my life and soul. And among all the inhabitants of Vrindavan, the gopis are my very life and soul. And among the gopis, you, Radharani, are the chief. Therefore, you are the very life of my life. All the residents of Vrindavan, they are like my pran, they are like my life air. And the Braja Gopis, they are my life, Jivan. And you are the Jivan air Jivan, you are the life of my life. Toma sabar prema rase amake korilo vashe ami tomar hadin keval. Tomi sabar charaya amadur deshe loya rakiache dordaiva prabal. My dear Srimati Radharani, I am always subservient to the loving affairs of all of you. I am under your control only. My separation from you and residence in distant places have occurred due to my strong misfortune. Priya Priya Sangha Hina Priya Priya Sangha Vina Nahi Jiye Satya Praman. Bor dosha shone jabe tare dosha hobe e boye duhe rake pran. When a woman is separated from the man she loves, or a man is separated from his beloved woman, neither of them can live. It is a fact that they live only for each other, for if one dies and the other hears of it, he or she will die also. Se sati premavati premavan se pati viyoge ye vanshe priya hite nagane apanadog vanshe priya jana suk se dui mile achirate. Such a loving, chaste wife and loving husband desire all welfare for each other in separation and do not care for personal happiness. Desiring only each other's well-being, such a pair certainly meet again without delay. Rakite tomar jivan seviyami narayan tar shakte hasiniti niti tomasane krida kori niti jai jadu pori tahatumi manaha more sporti. You are my most dear, and I know that in my absence you cannot live for a moment. Just to keep you living, I worship Lord Narayan. By his merciful potency, I come to Vrindavan every day to enjoy pastimes with you. I then return to Dwaraka Dham. Thus you can always feel my presence there in Vrindavan. Mor bhagya mo vishoye tomar je prema hoye se prema parama prabal lukaya madane Lukayamane sangha korai tomasane prakateho anibe satvar. Our love affair is more powerful because of my good fortune in receiving Narayan's grace. This allows me to come there unseen by others. I hope that very soon I will be visible to everyone. Yadaver vipaka jata dushta kamsa pakka tahami koilo sabakoi ache dui charijan tahamadi vrindavan nailamami janiho nishchoy. I have already killed all the mischievous demons who are enemies of the Jadu dynasty, and I have also killed Kamsa and his allies. But there are 2 or 4 demons still living. I want to kill them. And after doing so, I shall very soon return to Vrindavan. Please know this for certain. Ch.Ch gan hoite brajajan rakite rohi vajje udasina hoya jebastri putra dane kori raja varane jadugane santosha lagia. I wish to protect the inhabitants of Vrindavan from the attacks of my enemies. That is why I remain in my kingdom. Otherwise, I am indifferent to my royal position. Whatever wives, sons, and wealth I maintain in the kingdom are only for the satisfaction of the Jadus. Tomar je premagun koreyama karshan anibeyama dina dosha bishe punasi vrindavane brajavadu tomasane vilasi bhajani divase. Your loving qualities always attract me to Vrindavan. Indeed, they will bring me back within 10 or 20 days. And when I return, I shall enjoy both day and night with you and all the damsels of Brajabhumi. Etatade kohi Krishna braja jaite sa Krishna eka shlok podi shunailo se shlok shuni radha Kandilo sakala bhadda Krishna prapte pratiti hoilo. While speaking to Srimati Radharani, Krishna became very anxious to return to Vrindavan. He made her listen to a verse which banished all her difficulties and which assured her that she would again attain Krishna. So this verse is the response. This is what we're going to hear next, and we'll conclude with that. Is the response to this verse of the Braja Gopis. Although interestingly, I think it actually appears first in Bhagavatam. But spiritual transactions are not necessarily linear. But this is described as Krishna's response. Mayiba, and it also has different layers of meaning, like their words to Krishna. Mayi bhaktir hi bhutanam amrita tvaya kalpate dishjamad asan mat sneho bhavatinam mad apana. Krishna said, devotional service unto me is the only way to attain me. My dear gopis, whatever love and affection you have attained for me by good fortune is the only reason for my returning to you. So this is the apparent meaning, but Srila Sridhar Maharaj has explained that the other way this verse can be understood is Krishna's actually, he's not like speaking in this mood of benediction or blessing them. Oh, you're very fortunate because you love me so much, and you will naturally come to me. He's actually saying, like, I am so fortunate, I am so blessed to be the recipient of your love. Amrita tvaya kalpate. Many persons, mayi bhaktir hi bhutanam amrita tvaya kalpate. Many persons, they are approaching me for an eternal life. They want salvation. They want amrita. They want to become liberated from this world. So many persons, they're serving me and rendering devotion to me because of that. But you only have a natural heart of love for me, and I am so blessed. I am so fortunate to have that. It is really an extraordinary, unprecedented privilege that we're able to hear such ecstatic things. These are the intimate exchanges that go on between the Lord and His beloved devotees, and we are here in our small little worlds by the grace of our gurus, getting some little glimpse, little peephole, some touch of that, And what an attractive reality the beautiful. Who will not sign up for this, Who with some little intelligence, they will not sign up for such a prospect, such a God, this is the Lord, who is being presented to us. Who with a normal heart could not be attracted to this? Srila Sridhar Maharaj, in one place, he was considering, maybe it is Shakespeare. He was trying to remember one quotation from some English writer, maybe it's Shakespeare, who says that someone whose heart does not melt upon hearing beautiful poetry, they could commit murder. There's something wrong with them. So in the same way, when we hear these beautiful expressions, we think, how could you not be attracted to this if you hear this? There's something wrong. If you're a normal heart must be attracted to this. There's some ice on the heart. If you're not, there's something there which is obstructing you. If you're not able to, be captured by this, if you're not naturally, moved and drawn, attracted, a healthy heart should find this irresistibly attractive. A normal and healthy heart must be moved by such a prospect of such a loving Lord. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Whose turn is it to sing?
Cat's turn.